Aloha, my friends. I'm coming to you live, finally, with the astrological update all about Saturn going retrograde. And I've been trying to figure out where could I film this video about Saturn retrograde that would really help to express its energy. And I found myself here at this elementary school campus after hours on a walk, and I thought, what better place than a school campus to talk about the energy of Saturn. And why is that? Well, Saturn is the energy of form. It's the energy of structure. It's the energy of business and the government and schools and university campuses, right? Anywhere there is a strong structural element, a hierarchical element, an element of form and structure, that is where Saturn is. Some people say Saturn is karma. Saturn is the energy of cause and effect, right and wrong, good and bad, right? Saturn is the energy of us learning about the earth plane, the 3D, the three dimensions of reality. And so that's why people often say, oh, you're having your Saturn return. That's very intense. Why is that intense? Well, we're given this body, we're given a certain amount of years and time to fulfill our life purpose, to put our visions into action. And when Saturn goes, we have a Saturn return, for instance, the universe will show us through people, external events, and circumstances, have we fulfilled our mission? How close are we to actually achieving what we set out for when we decided to come into bodies? We decided to be born, we decided to be birthed. And so Saturn is really a reality check planet. It's like, hey, where are you at on your life journey? What have you solidified? What have you actually built? And are you achieving the actual result, right? Saturn is very result-based. Says, I love that you have these great intentions. I love that you're working hard, but what result have you actually achieved? And we struggle with Saturn because Saturn is the cold, hard reality. It's how much money do you actually have in your bank account? How much progress have you actually made on your goal? If your goal is to lose weight, for instance, if you have this great desire and you're working towards it, but it's not actually happening, that's a Saturn checkup. That's like, okay, well, what do you need to change? What do you need to shift to actually create the change that you want to have? So when Saturn goes retrograde, many of us are familiar with retrograde. What is retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde. Mercury is all about travel. It's all about communication. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, typically we have an opportunity to do all of the RE words: redo, rethink, reanalyze, reassess, review, all of the RE words. Rejuvenate, right? Take some time off, maybe slow down a little bit. So all of the planets, when they go retrograde, provide opportunities for us to have another chance to go back over something that maybe we hadn't completed before, maybe we'd been struggling with. The retrograde is such an amazing opportunity to reassess, reevaluate, rethink, redo some arena of our lives. And so depending on what planet is retrograde will determine what energy is wanting to be reassessed. And so when Saturn, the planet of structure, the planet of form, the planet of reality, this is a three-dimensional world. What goes up will come down, right? You touch a wall, that's a physical object. So Saturn really represents the physical reality, the physical universe. What does it really take if you want to travel somewhere to go from point A to point B? What does it really take to get there? Well, you're going to have to get on some type of travel, right? You're going to either fly or take a bus or walk, right? Okay, well, what are you going to take? Does it have its gas? Does it have its, it's also the law, right? Do you have insurance? Do you have identification, right? Saturn is the mundane, down-to-earth reality of all the structures that we've put in place, all the laws around doing things. So people like if I were to say, who's Saturn? If you're at like a bar, let's imagine all the planets were like a character that were to walk in. Saturn would be in a business suit with a briefcase, possibly gray hair and a beard, and have a very prestigious looking watch, because Saturn is all about true success, right? And typically you find men who have been, or women who have been successful in the world, having these nice watches, being dressed very well. And so Saturn is deeply challenging energy because it forces us to face reality, face what's really happening, get grounded and connect to the earth plane, what is really real in my life. But it also provides us the gumption, the hard work, the tenacity, the strength of character to succeed at whatever it is that we're choosing to be successful at. And Saturn can mean hard work, can mean really putting the long hours in, working hard to make your vision real. And so at the same time that Saturn is this deeply challenging energy of having to face reality and face what is really in front of your nose, so to speak, look at the figures, know the facts, Saturn is also super powerful for helping us to achieve our goals, right? So if we want to have something really happen, really manifest, then for Saturn to be strongly placed in our astrology chart or strongly placed in the skies can really assist us at achieving our goals, achieving our visions. So that brings us to, well, if Saturn is going retrograde, and we've just learned it's about form and it's about structure, it's about discipline, it's about grounding, then what does that mean? What by sign, right? So we have Saturn going retrograde. Now we know what Saturn's about. What is the sign? So Saturn is in Aquarius and going retrograde. And so what we have to unpack now, what is Aquarius, right? So it's very interesting, the combination of Saturn in Aquarius going retrograde, because Aquarius is like the quintessential different energy of Saturn. So where Saturn is about the past and it's about what has historically been solid and true and the structure and the form that we've always had, Aquarius is the new age. Aquarius, right? It's that energy of Woodstock. It's that energy of new vision and people coming together in large groups across humanity to work on a collective goal. It's all about the vision for Aquarius. It's all about being part of a collective mission that we're all working towards, we're all growing towards together. It's about the future. It's about new technology, new advances. It's about the internet. It's about the online world. It's about invention. The symbol for Aquarius is the lightning bolt, so that can be new, bright, amazing ideas. And it is also signified by electricity. So it's all about the electrical, the body electric, the mental electric. This could be acupuncture, right? It could be new ways of doing healing. And so when Saturn is in Aquarius, it provides something amazing. It provides the structure for innovation, creation, and new change, new inventions, new ideas coming into the status quo, the structure that has been, bringing in new life, new vitality, new energy, new frequency, new vibration, right? It's powerful. This could be new innovations in schooling, like how do people go to school? This could be innovations in government. This could be new technologies that could serve the structure of humanity. So when Saturn in Aquarius goes retrograde, which is going to be happening on June 18th, very soon here, we might have things like, this could affect the government, right? Because Saturn is all the structures. It can be governmental, it can be school structures, etc. We could have things affecting the government. Aquarius also rules airplanes, and so flying might be affected. So if you have any trips coming up, make sure to check on that and make sure that your airplane is solid and that there's no airplane issues happening. You also may notice that you suddenly have to get more disciplined about your work. Like, for instance, most people have an online business. I have an online business, right? People are in droves getting ready to do online business, having online websites, online work that they do. And since Aquarius rules the internet, Saturn going retrograde could mean some needing to pause, to reassess, to work on your website, right? Like have you created your website yet? With Saturn structure and Aquarius, the internet and invention, going retrograde, you might have a chance to kind of pause and reassess the structure of your online presence, the structure of how you format your business, the structure of how you share and sell what you give to the world. And so I want to give you a heads up about this because I know so many people have an online business, have an online presence, do things with the internet, that with Saturn structure and form and discipline going retrograde in Aquarius, it may affect a lot of people in some really interesting ways. Now, this could be both challenging and it could be an opportunity and a gift, just like Mercury retrograde can be both, to reassess, reevaluate, rethink, redo, reactivate. And then after you've gone through the process of reevaluation and recentering yourself and revisioning what you were creating, to actually finally create that successful system for sharing your vision with the world, for sharing yourself with the internet, with sharing yourself online, or potentially maybe this could be with a larger system, the government, the community, the larger world, about how we utilize the internet. How do we utilize technology? There could be a lot of information coming out about AI, a lot of information coming out about how do we balance our lives and our technology. So there's so much coming up around structure, discipline, foundation, the way things have always been, structures, governments, and then new technologies and innovations. Something's going to happen with Saturn going retrograde, and you may be feeling it creeping up into your chart. It's going to affect every person uniquely based on your astrology chart, and Aquarius actually rules astrology. So we may be seeing some new structures emerging over the next 4 months that it's retrograde around astrology, around how astrology is shared with the world. Very exciting time. So if you're curious to know how Saturn going retrograde, how Pluto going retrograde, and how Moon conjunct North Node in Aries might be affecting your personal chart, I am sharing a very special $1 a minute astrology session right now. I just did my first one today and it was awesome. It was epic. We got some amazing information there for him, and it was brilliant. I love to do this work. So if you have any questions, you want to know your astrological chart, what your sign is in the True the Stars 13 sign system, reach out. I really love and appreciate you all. Thank you for helping me reach 500 subscribers. I send you so much love and light. Aloha.